Well, if it isn't you again. I've had it about up to here with you. And if you had it about up to here with me, maybe you'd be here right now to say it to my face. I bet you'd be all like, and I'd say something like, do you realize how stupid you sound? And that might really make you take a look in the mirror for once and realize I've been you all along. You need to get yourself together. You need to stop drinking before you record your show. You need to stop doing this to the people around you. But you'll never learn. You'll just fall deeper into the cycle that you've been in for years, and you'll blame it on everybody else because you are a fucking moron. And I am Lyle Rath. Welcome to Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that's fucking fine, alright? That doesn't need your help. Hey Lyle, are you gonna do one of those things where you talk about E3? What is this? Evolution is a terrifying thing, but I wouldn't know because I've evolved past the need for fear. I have opened my third eye, and before me I witness the third E, a beast that feeds upon excited shrieks and broken promises. I am Lyle Rath, and this would be Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that stands between me and vengeance. But not today, because you already know what's going down. Today, I get to be kind of a dick, for there is but one slippery little law that remains in this land. Sing along if you know the words. No game, no hype, those is the rules. Let's fucking do this! Don't call it a comeback. I never stopped coming. My hot paste of passion is the mortar the bricks of this house were laid on. You may think that's vile, but it's nothing compared to the disgusting malady that is bureaucracy. This is a show about video games. Welcome to the goddamn party. I just want to spend my days eating Weedawanna in the cool glow of the mortality orb, but you fucking Poindexters keep pulling me back in. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that wades into the murky blood sea of baby toys and still emerges hungrier. Oh man, it's been a nice break. Did you miss me? Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Pregame Discharge. What makes it special, you ask? Well, you do. Because as we all know, you can't spell Pregame Discharge without you. This is a family company, and we've been family since the year 1965, when the first episode of Pregame Discharge aired to televisions across America, touching the hearts and imaginations of children and adults alike. A lot has changed since then, but we still keep those core values and principles alive. So why don't you come and join us? I'm Lyle Rath, this is Pregame Discharge, you're in a coma, and the simulation is shutting down soon. You may be wondering why I'm underwater this week. Let me reassure you that I did not get banished from land as allegations have stated. I can go to the surface whenever I want, and any claims that my mortal enemy has been promoted to upper management are outright false. Dave and I are on very good terms, and I would like for you to respect his privacy whilst he recovers from karate-related injuries and deals with the infidelity within his marriage, neither of which have anything to do with me. Dave is a great man with a soft face, a heart of gold, and a jaw of glass. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that has not been exiled to the sea and is down here completely by choice. Alright, I've been up all night, but I've finally cracked it. You think the world is round? Wrong. You think the world is flat? Wronger. The truth? It's a goddamn triangle. And if you're thinking, ooh, a triangle, like the Illuminati and their providential eye, you're a fucking sheep. You're a sheep of a different flock. Expand your mind until you can comprehend that a triangle means you just try angling it a little more like this and bam, there, look at that. JFK's face. This image has been dated for August 30th, 1916, the day before JFK's conception. I'll be honest with you, I have not worked out all the kinks yet. Look, Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built by Martians. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that they haven't fucking gotten to yet. What a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the birds are shining, the trees are shining. Why is everything shining? Am I in hell? Is that what's happening here? Well, I take it back. Today is shit. But a little shining birdie told me that you wanted to hear about video games. And since we're here for an eternity, apparently, until I dig my way out, you're probably gonna end up staying. This plan kind of calls for a distraction, so you know what? Doesn't matter. Video games are happening. Let's talk about them. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that waking death can't hold. Namaste, bitch! You may be wondering why we're in the dojo today. That's because I've invented a new form of meditation. The problem with the old one is everyone was just sitting there thinking about nothing like a slack-jawed idiot. That's why I revolutionized it, so check it. Instead of thinking about nothing, I think about everything at the same time. And then I condense those thoughts into one really smart super thought. And you may be going, "Ooh, how smart could it be?" Look, you ever seen Good Will Hunting? I haven't, but I thought about it. Boom, mic drop, eat a dick. Welcome to Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that fuck you. You know, a wise man once said to me, with great power comes typically a jewel or an orb or some sort of thing to contain it. And if you lose that, you're fucked. Needless to say, I took that guy's power orb, and if he was so wise, he should have seen that coming. Meaning his advice is probably worthless, as is this stupid orb, taking up valuable space on my mantle and ruining the feng shui of the room. They say that a tidy workspace is the canvas by which a painter drafts his own destiny. I say that's pretentious. You may be wondering what I'm getting at here with this terrible advice given by idiots. Well, that's the crux of all this, isn't it? Philosophy is like a game of badminton against yourself. It's sad, and if you get into it, you probably have too much free time on your hands. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show to recognize the great cosmic irony of its own intros. Yeah, I'm aware. Let's move on. Oh, hi! You might be wondering why I'm drinking alone. It's because I'm having a party and told only people that I think are cool to show up. But you came anyway, so pull up a stool, I guess. It's been a hell of a ride so far, bro jangles. I've sought revenge across the land, the sea, space, the future, the afterlife, I think. I'm pretty sure blood at one point. Look, I'm a man of many hats, but one I would never wear is a fucking fedora, a relic of the same kind of poor judgment that might lead one to challenge me. But today I don the conic cap of partying because we made it to 50 fucking episodes, bromigos, and if that isn't an excuse to drink, then I don't have an excuse. I don't need an excuse. Get off my back. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that your perfectly good eyeballs need. You know, some people have accused this show of being lowbrow. They say things like, this video game news show is never going to be the 1941 cinema-defining film Citizen Kane. Where is the symbolism? Forsooth. To these people I say you are weak. Symbolism is the language of cowards. Look at this symbol. It's worthless. It's not enriching jack shit, as opposed to a big masculine letter like this R. How about you use it to spell a word like rungeforsto? That's a turbo verb, and it means I can smash as many dumbass snow globes as I damn well please. I don't need any excuse. I mean, by all means, go analyze it anyway, but I guarantee you the deeper meaning is just gonna be what it always is, which is you're a nerd, and also, ooh, society! I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that runs forstos on the go. A lot of ye uninformed heathens say things to me like, Lyle, these outlandish scenarios you come up with are so creative. How long does it take you to write this? So listen up, because I'm only gonna say this once. I don't write this show. I'm too busy righting the wrongs of this shattered timeline. You're welcome, by the way. In the last 12 of these, you didn't exist. Time is worthless, but it's a fickle thing to waste, and also your parents have horrible chemistry. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that teaches your dad how to please a woman. Society. What does it even mean? I hear all you people saying that we live in a society. That's false. The only two things I live in are a fortress of death and a constant state of awareness. You can't sneak up on me. I see you there. Didn't even have to turn around. Idiots, the lot of ya. Society is an illusion, and if I can pen and tell you one thing about illusions, it's that they ain't magic. Did you let that sink in for a second? You'd see that most of the things in front of you aren't even really there if you'd actually open your eyes for once. These optometrists think they're so much better than me, but I'll make them see, just like I've made you see today. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that doesn't say anything as it says everything. I'm a drifter, just drifted into town. I met a guy drifting on the way here and he was like, I'm on a spiritual journey, my wife left me. And I'm like, bitch, I'll show you drifting. Basically what I'm saying is when you meet that guy, spit in his acoustic guitar and tell him his cowboy boots look stupid. I don't have a grudge. It's not like I regret making the horrible decision to directionlessly travel across this country, bragging in bars about how cool I am because I saw him doing it. I was gonna do it anyway. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show where, yeah, Nebraska's great, I'm glad I'm here. Canada. Or as I like to call it, Alaska's Mexico. A place where great battles are fought, and home to the most lit gaming convention on the planet. They've asked me to stop calling them that. I won't. EGLX is the most lit gaming convention on the planet. It's in Toronto from October 26th to October 28th, and on the 27th I'll be facing off with the Yellow Menace himself. Zero Punctuation's Yahtzee Croshaw will be on the main stage with something called a sex T-Rex, and if that's anything like what it sounds, I'm very excited. It's been a long time since I've had a proper nemesis, especially one that wasn't a big old doofus. You know who you are. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show with an extra thumb in its... Okay, I don't want to go there. They say a man without vengeance is like a fish without stilts. Worthless. Smelly. Shorter. God, I hate it. But once the fish is on stilts, the right person will be terrified, and everyone else will just laugh. Because that's preposterous. Right? You know, every week we do this and we learn a lot, or at least I think you do. I'm done internalizing knowledge. I've already sanctioned that part of my brain off for vengeance and stilts. My point is, never stop growing, even if it's artificially. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that is canonically the sequel to The Art of War. My friends, we stand at the precipice of a new era, and I already dropped my watch down there, so, you know, there's kind of no going back now. For you see, time often slips away, and so to master it, you too must be slippery. For 40 days and 40 nights, I have oiled myself, and that is how I caught my watch. The new era can wait. Suck it, progress, but the show must begin. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show to subdue the revolution of time itself. God damn it! Hey guys, listen, I don't say this a lot, but you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong to think that I couldn't be more humble, but now I see that I am. And in a way, that makes me right. So maybe I wasn't really wrong. I just had to say I was wrong to be right. I'm glad we worked that out. Anyway, you're Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that found him! He's right here! So it all comes to this, doesn't it? You think you got it all figured out, huh? You think you got the puzzle all put together? Well, I got some news for you. Every piece is wrong, and the opposite of peace is war. All's fair in love and war. That's why they call it warfare. And I love it. Platonically, though, me and war have a lot of history, mostly written by the victor, and honestly, we're still trying to work out the kinks. But at this point, it's just about moving forward. It's not about who's still alive in Argentina, or whose stupid puzzle is put together wrong. That said, checkmate, I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that can fucking king me. Video games are the great conundrum of life. They always are that which they never were. Like a slippery mother welcoming you back with the same oily arms that dropped you as a child. And even though your ability to empathize with other human beings left you on that cerebrospinal fluid-drenched marble floor, you have to begrudgingly admit that no matter how many times they've let you down, they made you. That's why when people ask me why I'm so fucking cool, I tell them to think about it. For that which is profane is destined to become profound. Fuck you. I'm Lyle Rath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that is seen as a threat in the eyes of the gods themselves.